Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's a rainy day, it's a foggy day in London town. If that reminds you of Foggy Day in London Town, sung by Michael Bublé. Love that song. It's been in my head since I saw the weather today. Anyway, today I find this really interesting. I saw a video on TikTok recently about a guy explaining this Russian experiment. It was a sociology student in Russia explaining this experiment. We all know it as a game. I think everyone knows the game. It's called Mafia. Trust me, this will relate back to crypto and specifically relates back to XRP. The idea of the game is you have two Mafia people in a lineup of, let's say there's 12 people. Two Mafia. In the actual study, it was two werewolves, and the rest of the people are just students or just general public, right? The point is, you assign two people the role of Mafia or the werewolf, and throughout the game what happens is you basically have told the werewolf or the Mafia that they have to kill someone in their sleep. So obviously they're not killing people, but let it play out, relax. So they turn the light off, and whoever gets touched, it's completely dark so no one knows who's touching who. If you get touched on the shoulder, you're the one who's died. The lights come back on. When everyone's sat back down, the lights come back on. All the people start to talk, and they start to ask each other questions. And at the end of the questioning round, everyone will vote on who they believe the werewolf is. The werewolves win if they are able to kill all of the people. The people win if they're able to reduce the result down to two werewolves and two people. By the looks of it, you would think, this is very kind of, you have to only have a 50% chance of being right as a normal person, but you have to be 100% right as a werewolf or a Mafia. What they found out was almost every time the werewolf would win, even though the odds, they had to be 100% right every time, which they obviously were because they knew the answers, because they are the werewolves, right? So they would easily be able to eliminate. But the vast majority of the time, the werewolves would win. And the result of that test, of that study, showed if you had insider information, the odds are so stacked in your favor purely because of the information you have. Now, that's fascinating to me for one massive reason, glaringly obvious reason. But before we get into that, a word from our sponsor. Many of you might not know that I actually collapsed a couple of years ago. Actually, what the hospital thought was a seizure. Now, when I got back to try and get my health back, and it kind of kicked me into action, because it's the first time my body ever failed me, the first thing I did was I picked up AG1. And this is no joke, they are the sponsor of this video, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. But that does not take away from the fact that AG1 was, in reality, the first thing I picked up so that I could pick up my general health. Every morning, I put together my AG1 in a drink. It's just a powder that you put into some water. I've got a top tip here. Have it with ice. It tastes so much nicer cold. And I even just dropped some vitamin D3 and K2 in there as well. So if you just feel like your general health could be better, which I think everyone's in that situation, and you want some high quality ingredients that's actually going to benefit your life on a day-to-day basis, I want you to consider looking into AG1. Of course, there's a link in the description that you can use. If you get started with AG1, they're actually going to give you 5 travel packs for free, and these you can just use those on the road wherever you are. And they'll also give you a year's worth of D3 and K2. And all of that comes with the order that you make. So if you want to up your general health, just become a healthier person in general, to hit all of those baseline levels that you need on a day-to-day basis, I really think you should consider AG1. Again, use the link in the description. You'll get 5 travel packs and a year's worth of vitamin D3 and K2. Thank you again for AG1 for sponsoring this video. Let's get on with it. Who has the information right now in our world? And we're not talking about crypto yet, we're talking about the wider world at this point. Who has the information? Well, the governments do. The people that are in power, they have the information. If we keep seeing a cycle, governments doing whatever they want, pushing agendas the way they want agendas pushed, all of that, it is no wonder they keep doing it, because the odds are so in their favor because they have the knowledge and the understanding, right? They know something that the rest of the people don't. And therefore, even though it seems like we're voting for this to happen and it's a level playing field, seems like that, it's just not, And this study in Russia showed just how that's the case. Just having the power of more information than everyone else means you win the majority of the time. The governments know this. Even if they don't know it, the science backs it up to say that is the case. If the people want things done for the people need the information. I know we're all very concerned about the world right now, but this to me was the most concerning thing I've heard. If you just have power or information, the odds are in your favor. You're going to win. Let's think about this in a couple of different ways. Let's think about this in the black pill way. The black pill way is that the whole world's going to hell and we're all doomed, right? That's black pill. Then we'll get into white pill, which is more optimistic. So the black pill is the banking system, the banking cartel, whoever it is, the World Economic Forum, Charles Schwab, Christine Lagarde, all of these people know something, and they know something we don't, right? So rank that in the scale of likelihood. I would say that's 99% likely that they know something we don't, and just the fact that they know that puts them in the position of control. Are they going to share that? No, they're not going to share that with us. How could they maintain control? They'll put it in this. They'll put it in the light of we need to maintain control because we can't leave it up to the public because it will just be chaos. There's an argument that they'll make for that, right? And therefore, as a result, we'll continue to be controlled. We'll continue to go down the route of CBDCs. We'll have universal basic income. We will be unable. It won't be possible for us to fight against it because they have the information and the odds are in their favor. The optimistic side is that somebody overturns the financial cartel, the people, the 12 families that are in control, and the power is given back to the people via blockchain and crypto, giving people access to banking that wouldn't have access to banking, giving people a decentralized way of exchanging value, bringing people into the position of knowledge and power, and therefore things that we want to happen, that the general populace want to happen because we're all of a sudden the ones with the information. Like, we know what we're doing. Therefore, the odds are stacked in our favor. So that's the optimistic side. But I want to tailor this a bit more to like specific cryptos that have specific utility. I'm going to talk about XRP. It's not exclusive to XRP, but it's a great example. So we look at XRP. It's a decentralized situation, right? Who has the information about this? Okay, let's put it on the scale of things. Do you think you have the understanding you need about XRP in order to make an informed decision? I think, and you have to let me know in the comments, you put I know what I hold in the comments, put that there. All of a sudden it feels like if there was any opportunity for us to be in a position of power via the understanding and knowledge and information, it feels like cryptocurrency, more specifically XRP, is that ticket. It is the ticket to have more power and have more information. I feel like we have information. The information we don't have, Ripple definitely has. And are we that mad if Ripple has the power? They seem so far to be aligned with what we're looking to do. I mean, there's debate on that. We can get into that. But I'm talking freely here. I'm not editing any of this. So, like, bear with me if I'm making some like crazy thoughts that aren't really fully thought out. I'm just talking. But I tend to think this seems like a better opportunity than we've had to take control. I'm also seeing a massive movement online right now, especially in America, of people saying, you know, we don't actually have to pay taxes. And Zach Rector put on his Twitter the other day, are you paying taxes? 1,600 people responded to that poll, and it was exactly 50-50. 800 people on either side saying either yes, I'm paying taxes, or no, I'm not paying taxes. That is crazy. The crazy thing is, I saw another video on social media, is someone saying we need to all stop paying taxes, and they can't enforce it because they don't have the money to enforce it because they need the taxes to pay the enforcement. And it's like, I'm seeing this movement in America. I don't know what the deal is in the UK. I think people in the UK just leave the UK. I think Americans right now are still have that little bit of like, America, you know? People in America love America. The population of people in England who love England has greatly reduced. and people just decide to go to Portugal, or they'll go to Dubai, or they'll just go somewhere else, which is a real shame. But I think if there's any opportunity for us to fight back and have that knowledge and have our increased chance of being the werewolf in this situation, I think blockchain, crypto, XRP is the avenue to that. Certainly something to think about, and I've been thinking about it quite a lot as well. I'm going to leave that here. There's no need to kind of get into that anymore. Something I found very interesting. I hope you let me know in the comments what you think as well. Recently, some of my videos have been coming back to the old levels of being engaged with, and I'm really thankful for that. I think it's because I've returned back to hoodie wearing, casual, non-edited videos that everyone's kind of resonating with that, which is fine. I can do that. Just I got caught there for a while trying to produce something, make something better, bigger and better, and I kind of got shot down from the sky, me trying to do something special. But also, you know, I'd maybe forgotten a little bit of what made this special. Just kind of talking as if you're in the car with me or in the basement with me. That's all. It's been a whirlwind. Make sure you're going to pick up your AG1 to be on tip-top shape, so that when we do take control, we're sharp and we're ready. The body's ready. We're healthy, ready to take control of our information and our future. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay emotionless. I'll see you in the next one.